Greetings everybody, I am Lobo and welcome to episode 49 of my Minecraft survival series. Go away. Okay, so as you can see, we're spawning mobs down here. I'm guessing because we put this acacia in here and took out the dark oak and now we have like these spawnable dirt blocks. I thought the light might be enough to keep it away. Apparently it isn't. So we're gonna have to go through, take out the acacia and replace it with the dark oak that's supposed to be there. And might have to go through and just harvest a bunch of these leaves as well. We're gonna be using a ton of them in today's episode. So yeah, let me go ahead and take care of that and I'll meet back up with you guys in just a little bit. Actually, no, before we cut, we had a villager down here. Zompano? Oh, Zompano. They got him. Man, well, you know what? Hold up. Come to think of it, I don't even think that the mobs are spawning on these dirt blocks. I think the light around these dark oak things is actually sufficient enough to keep them from spawning on the dirt. I think what it was actually was these wonky acacia trees. You can see right there, that's a perfect spawnable surface. So I'm guessing we had mobs spawning on there. We probably had a zombie spawn up there, went after poor Zompano in the House of Leaves and just took him out. Bummer, major bummer. But I told him, we can't have villagers down here. I told him and he didn't listen. Oh man. Okay. Oh, we got a new employee here. We got to get you name tagged, but he is being trained by Cookie here. So continue the good work. I have some bad news for you guys though about something that happened downstairs. I'll come back and I'll tell you about it later. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about what we're going to be doing today is a bunch of landscaping. I collected a bunch of oak leaves from downstairs. I also planted some birch and spruce trees so that way we can get some variety in the leaves we're going to be using today. I also turned this thing on our flower farm before we went down there, so we should get a bunch of flowers coming in. We're going to be using a whole lot of those today as well. We're also probably going to need some green dye. So yeah, for our roads and stuff like that to make the cyan dye for our terracotta, and also to probably make some green concrete powder. So I think I'm going to pull from this one right here since this is the one that gets full. Because the water flow kind of pushes most stuff to here. So let me go ahead and pull from this since it's about to be full anyway. And we'll run this over to our super smelter, let that cook while we are doing other stuff, so we can have that to use for later. But yeah, I mean, the plan today is basically to do the landscaping around the entire business district of Luna. Landscaping to finish up the business district of Luna, because we are about done with this particular section of the city. And I am actually so glad to see you guys are wandering around now. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, make use of this place. This place is yours. The world is your oyster, or whatever that saying is. And look, we even got a blacksmith over here at our smithy. That's awesome. If you want to work here, if you want to hang out in this general area, that would be fine by me. But let's go ahead and throw some of this in here. And we'll let this cook for a little while. We'll come back, collect our green dye, make our cyan dye, make our, well, green dye for our concrete powder, cyan dye for the roads, as I explained earlier. But yeah, actually, let me make sure this thing is still running because, we did just complete it and I've been dropping items into the hoppers and clogging this whole system up. Yeah, lava's pouring down. It looks like all our furnaces are on. We are good to go. We are good to move on. So let's talk about what we're going to be doing today. We got some custom trees that we're going to be making in these general areas where it says tree. And, we got a few more of them that we're going to be doing. And right here, this is going to be a scaffolding shop. We're not going to complete the entire business district of Luna today because this right here is something I'm going to work on in the future. We're not getting to that in this episode. Right here is where we're going to have some landscaping right in front of the farming operations office of Luna because, I want this area to be kind of open. I want it to be kind of pretty. This is like the main administrative area of this district. So we're going to be handling that today. And we're also probably going to come over here and do all the roads and stuff. I think that actually might be what we do first is the roads. Yeah, that seems like a good plan. Before we do the landscaping, it would make sense to know where the landscaping has to end. So our dye should be rolling in now. Let me go ahead and grab some of that. And then, we'll get the roads done. I'm formulating the plan in my head right now. We'll get the roads done. We'll do the landscaping over there, and then we'll probably come over here and do some stuff over here to kind of finish off the episode. So yeah, good plan. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's spawn some music. Let's get these roads built. Okay, let's stop the time lapse right there, because over the course of that time lapse, some stuff has been happening, a lot of stuff. You remember how I was all psyched that villagers were starting to migrate around the city, they were starting to spread out, they were starting to kind of take it all in, and I was super happy about that. We had this Iron Golem spawn up here, that's cool too. This is a brand new Iron Golem, he is not Sheriff Farah, he is not Deputy Rox Diaz, this is a brand new guy that we will have to get name tagged, that's going to be joining our force here. So I'm happy to have you. We will have to help you get down because you're kind of stuck, aren't you? I'll help you out later. But yeah, basically what we did was we got some of the stuff done around here. We got this flower bed in, which I'm probably going to take down because I don't like it having it elevated like this. I thought I would. I'm not a huge fan of that, so we'll probably take care of that. But the thing I wanted to address, let's head over to Dunder Minecraft real quick. So remember, we were supposed to have two villagers in here. We're supposed to have Dwight and Ryan, our librarians for paper trading. You are not Dwight or Ryan. You are Dwight. Ryan, on the other hand, is nowhere to be found. But who is here in his place? Well, everybody else. Everybody is just loitering around Dunder Minecraft, which is supposed to be completely sealed off. That's why I have these trap doors here. I think what happened, like, I want to say what happened was we had a baby villager come in here, step on the pressure plate, open the trap doors, and that hooligan let everybody else in here. He let Ryan out. So we're going to have to fix that. We're going to have to probably just get rid of the pressure plates, and I'll just do that manually. It was fun jumping in there, but I think everybody kind of migrated into my storage shed right here. Like, there's a ton of villagers in there. There really is. That's why I was camping out on, that's why I was camping out on the ground out here, is because they took over my storage shed. I couldn't get in there to sleep. I couldn't get in there to get any of my stuff. It's just ridiculousness. So we're going to need you guys, thank you for the carrot, but we're going to need you guys to vacate this area. No, seriously, you guys just go. You guys have to go. Ow. I even knocked out the back wall, thinking I could charge through there and kind of push these guys out, but that is not working at all. Oh, man. Well, we got Ryan out, at least. We're going to talk about what you've done. But yeah, we're kind of working on getting the rest of these guys out, Mose and all the rest of these guys that we still have to name and assign their roles to. Why are you being so resistant? Okay, finally, we can continue on with today's episode. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Get out. No, get out. You're gonna just go. Just leave me alone. What is so appealing? I hate you so much. Okay, so hopefully this trapdoor right here keeps them out of my storage shed. I need access to my supplies, I need access to my bed and all that stuff. You know, I'm not trying to keep them out of the buildings entirely, but certain ones I do need access to by myself. Oh man, okay. So as I was saying, I kind of feel like we should de-elevate the flower bed, and I did a little experiment over here just to see what it would look like, just give myself an idea over here by the entrance to the waterside docks. So yeah, I think this is what we're mostly going to do over here, is just kind of lower it down, put a fence around it like it is pretty much everywhere else in the city. I thought this area could be a little bit more special. I think we'll reserve that for a different area of the city though. I think the business district is just going to have it on the ground here. So that means I need to go ahead and start taking this out. So our villagers are continuing to migrate, they're continuing to breed. We got all our iron golems over here, like they're kind of leaving the other area of the city, which might be changing the diameter of our city, which means I am starting to fear a zombie siege that might actually be within our walls. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen, but I'm almost expecting it at this point. So just a reminder, as another thing we're going to have to do in today's episode, in addition to the landscaping, we're going to have to go through and kind of redistribute some of the villagers to make sure that we're registering the doors on the other. Oh my gosh. Ow. I'm sorry. That was my bad. I wasn't looking where I was going. All right. Well, are we cool? Can I continue to work now? Oh man, okay. All right, so I am liking that a little bit better. We de-elevated the flower bed, and I think that is much better suited to this particular district. We might do the raised one somewhere else, as I was saying. Something else we touched on that time lapse, though, was these trees right here. And I didn't really explain like how we were doing that, but what we were doing basically, I'll go ahead and go over my process that I've kind of developed over the past few episodes doing these trees. How I've started doing them. So I've used these stairs right here, and I know that's not great because you actually see the planks in the stairs, but you know, I just kind of want to get like a nice base in here, well, let's go ahead and take that. We need to get some weight at the bottom of the tree, basically, is my idea with that. So how I'm basically doing this is using like these stairs to kind of give the trunk kind of a gnarled appearance. So I'm kind of going like in and out and kind of twisting the tree around itself. And I think that's been working for me so far. I mean, there might be better ways to do it, but you know, I'm just kind of explaining like how this is progressing for me from like how we started doing trees to where I am now. And like, you know, I think we're gradually getting better. I'm not saying this is awesome. I'm just saying like this is kind of the stage I'm at now. And like eventually we will get much better at doing this. But the first thing I like to do is get a skeleton of the tree in here. And I kind of want to go off at different angles, at different elevations. I want to continue to move it upwards as I'm doing this. And we'll do other branches as well, pretty much the same way as we did that first one. So we'll probably come off right here and do another one and just keep going like that until we have a nice outline to work with for this tree. And once we have a basic skeleton built in, I like to go back and kind of prune the top, kind of take a lot of that weight out of the top part of the tree, because I want the weight to be more apparent at the bottom than it is up top. So I'll be pulling out a lot of these, and we'll kind of, you know, I don't like how it connects like that, but those are going to be covered up with leaves anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. I just want to be able to see the branches kind of through the leaves so that you know they're there. And, you know, I don't really put too much thought into the shape of the tree as I'm building it because, you know, trees come in all kinds of different shapes and sizes, and some of them will look better than others. That's why I'm not too worried about it. You know, that's just the nature of trees. Well, we'll say though, if you're building trees in Minecraft, jump boost is indispensable. So once we have the basic skeleton of our tree in, it's time to start putting in the leaves. And how I do this is I kind of just build out, like I want to cover all the branches first. I just basically want to get all the branches kind of surrounded by leaves to start off with. And it's not going to look great. It's going to look very sparse. I kind of like to cover the tops of the branches, actually. That's kind of like how I like to start, because I occasionally do need to run and get more leaves. I don't want to leave these spawnable blocks open. So once you put leaves on top of it, then all of a sudden they're not spawnable. We don't have to worry about zombies, you know, falling on our villagers' heads as they're going for a stroll. Of course, another thing that's more effective than that is just sleeping through the night. Then we don't have to worry about zombies spawning. And also, both you and I can actually see what's going on now. So looking at this, we have our like some sparse coverage in here now, but we want to have a lot more coverage in this. So I think we might want to go ahead and kind of raise the whole center of this up, because those branches are looking a little lonely at this point. So we might go ahead and do that. And we want to take consideration for like 360 degrees. Like we want to go around this entire tree and figure out what we need to do to shape this thing overall. So we definitely want to bulk out our coverage over the branches. We also want to raise that center section a little bit. And what I like to do as far as shaping goes, like I like to use the type of leaf I have in the most abundance, which in this case is oak. And then we can go back, and when we start doing like the final touches to the tree, when we start adding like the outside layer, the final layer, that's when I like to switch up the leaves and add a little bit more variety in there. But right now, just kind of shaping it out a little bit with the oak, and it's like a lot of just hopping up and down, really. It's a lot of like doing a few things and hopping down, seeing what it looks like, going back, doing a few more things, hopping down, seeing what that looks like, so on and so forth. Another thing that really helps is if you have a second account you can kind of watch from, like I have my watchdog account where I do my time lapses. I could, like during time lapses, I can watch myself kind of from a distance, from one angle, putting leaves up and stuff like that. I don't have him on right now. Like, you know, occasionally I like to just do this, you know, by myself. And we do need some more coverage in here. It's basically a lot of back and forth until you get the shape right. You know, it's just adding, and then you add too much eventually, and then you start subtracting, you know? So once we have something that kind of starts resembling a tree, I like to go in with a different type of leaf and just kind of do my final layers, varying up the leaf types. So I have birch on me right now. I also have some spruce and some oak. I'm using the oak and the birch mostly though. Spruce I kind of like to reserve for our bushes and stuff like that. Like we have the bushes over here. And I'm not really using spruce for trees too much, but it really is personal preference, like how you want to do it. I would say there's no right or wrong way. You know, but a lot of this stuff, just like in life, it's trial and error. And, you know, I can already tell you looking at this right now that we're going to need to kind of taper the sides a little bit. We're going to have to do something about those. That's kind of looking like clown hair. So I'm just going to do like a hard cut down this side, just prune off basically this entire side of it, because I know how far I want it to come out now. And so that also means like once we get cut down, we also need to start reshaping it a little, which means getting rid of all these hard corners that we made as we cut it off, which is no big deal. You know, it's just a lot of back and forth, as I was saying. And then, you know, we can see if this is ultimately something that we want to kind of work with. So, you know, let's just hop down here and we can see if this is any better. And I would say, yes, that is much better. So now let's talk about why this tree is even here. Like, why do we even have that tree here? Because we want it to look like, you know, well, there's trees around our city because that's like a normal thing to have. But we also want it to serve a purpose. And I went in the complete wrong direction to demonstrate this thing's purpose. But basically, it's to kind of reveal and to frame the Luna Forge that we built last episode. As you walk up to it, you see it kind of moves out of the way to reveal it. Let's try it from coming through this way, through this road. So you see here, it kind of frames it a little bit and kind of emphasizes it as we're walking up to it. And that's the real purpose of this. And I kind of like that. Now, before we move on to anything else, it is probably a smart idea for me to come down here and just load up on leaves. So that is what I'm going to do. And as far as building more trees goes, we still have plenty more to do. I'll probably knock out most of them off camera. Oh, I broke my shears. Those were good ones. Oh man, I might need to put mending on these. That might be a good idea. Man, let's go ahead and move on over here because we need to figure out what we're going to be doing over here. I have something special planned for this area right here. We'll get to that later, but right here is what we're going to be working on next. And you know, I was thinking this is our business district. We have a lot of villagers here who are super hard at work. They're doing their jobs and just look at them, super hard at work, or maybe they're taking a break. Maybe they're, well, in either case, they need somewhere aside from our mine where they congregate, because you guys cannot be in here. This is a work area and you are clearly not working. You guys are actually paper traders. You should be back at Dunder Minecraft. Yeah, you should definitely be back at Dunder Minecraft, Dwight. So we need to give them somewhere else to congregate outside of work, and I think that's what this area is going to be. You know, when you're at work, what do you look forward to? You look forward to your lunch breaks, right? So I think right here, we're going to go ahead and build a snack bar. So this is our house. This has been our house for a while now. And we've been talking about moving on. It no longer is big enough to suit our purposes. We've outgrown it. Mr. Hanzo used to live upstairs, and we were going to give this whole place to Mr. Hanzo, but he unfortunately is no longer with us. So I've been trying to think of what to do with it. And I think the best option is to convert this into kind of a little snack bar, like we were just talking about. So this is going to be an extension of what we have going on downstairs. The downstairs is the enchanted pickaxe, kind of caters to the miners and stuff like that, a place for them to hang out. This will be a place for everybody else in the business district to hang out. This will be the enchanted snack bar. So since we are converting the area outside into a little outdoor dining area, we can go ahead and get rid of that tree right now and start building up a little structure out here. Kind of like a little gazebo, maybe. I don't know if that's what you want to call it. Just a structure where people can come eat outside if the weather's nice. And where do we want to put this one? Let's count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll probably do 1, 2, 3. Just keep it all odd numbers, and we'll have it kind of be a rectangle like that. And this one would be right here. Yeah, just a little thing for people to eat in. And what I kind of want to do is just box this thing in real quick. And it's probably not going to be oak logs because that looks a little heavy to me. I kind of want it to look a little skinnier. But this is just to get our general shape in first before we actually start building. So what I kind of want to do is put these in here like this. I kind of want to experiment using fence gates up here because I kind of found like a lot of use for them when we were doing our little smelter. And I think this would look kind of cool if we just put them across like this as kind of our little kind of support beams, or just kind of, I don't know, so we can put something on top of that. But I think that might look pretty cool. But yeah, let me go ahead and kind of finish this thing out and see if I can get this thing looking the way I want it to before we actually, you know, decide to settle on having this here. So I think doing something like this could definitely benefit us as far as making it look lighter, because now it is floating up in the air. No, it definitely does not look as heavy, but we can support it on a lighter block now, such as these fence posts, to kind of ground it, well, to the ground. And I think on the bottom, we'll probably use the oak logs just to make it look like it's well supported, that's well, you know, it's really in there. So we could probably do something like this all the way around here. And I've also got some other stuff laid out about this area. We'll have a look at that once I get these in here. But I think that could definitely work for us. So we did our standard like piston tables and stuff here, and I think that looks pretty good. I think we also might do a couple piston tables in here as well. Probably one right here and another one right here. So we can go bump, 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 and then we can go bump, 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 and bump, bump. Okay, and now we have a table in here, a long table. We'll also probably want to go ahead and add some chairs to that table. So let's go ahead and put those in right here, and right here, and right here. And I think this is going to be the general layout of our outdoor dining area. So we got plenty of room for a few villagers to come out here, enjoy their lunch breaks, and kind of congregate. Now, I think what I also want to do is maybe right in here, we might add some little umbrella things. So let me see if I got any more fence posts. We'll go ahead and throw these in here. And we'll kind of do the umbrellas, like the carpet umbrellas. You guys know about the carpet umbrellas? I'm going to need some string to do that. So I might have to run down to our string farm real quick. So just in case you guys aren't familiar with the whole carpet umbrella thing I was just talking about, this is basically what it is. You take some string and you kind of wrap it around whatever post you're going to have for your umbrella. So you kind of just do this, and it's kind of hard to see. You just have to kind of see where the hitboxes are and get like a nice little square going around that. But then once you have that going on, you can just hop up top your main post right here and then throw your center one in here like this, and then kind of wrap around whatever color you want. You could also do like the white and red thing, the stripy thing that you know most umbrellas have. I kind of want to go with this because I like my cooler colors. But yeah, I mean, that's it. You can get more complicated than that, but I think I kind of just want to keep this area pretty simple. So probably do something like that as well, just to tie everything in together, give it this color scheme going on out here. And I think that's going to be it for the layout of this dining area. So yeah, what we need to do next is think about the landscaping and stuff like that. So we'll probably have a pathway that goes through here. Like it'll probably run from over here, this entranceway, over into this way and back out to this road. We also probably want to dirty up the landscape a little bit because I don't see this being a grassy area. And over here, I told you I have a plan for over here. Like we lost some villagers lately. Like we lost Mr. Hanzo. Earlier in this episode, we lost Zampano over at the House of Leaves. So I was thinking this right here could be the return of our villager memorial that we used to have over there at our farming district, like by the horse stables. We tore it down, but I think this could mark its return. So I think what we're going to do is go ahead and put on some music and take care of the rest of this area. Now, normally when we finish up a time lapse, we go and do a quick tour over what we've done. But since I think episode 50, next episode, will be a world tour, that might be a bit redundant. So to finish off this episode, I think we need to go ahead and start getting some of these villagers to where they actually need to be. I have this rail ran over to Dunder Minecraft, so I need to find Dwight and Ryan to bring over there. So Dwight, Ryan, where are you guys? You're not Dwight or Ryan. Dwight, Ryan. Come on, guys. Oh, here you got. What are you doing in Mr. Donkey's house? Mr. Why do you have my donkey mounted like a trophy? You guys got to get out of here. Just, I'll be back for you, Mr. Donkey. Don't worry about these guys. I'll get them out of your hair. Oh, man. Come on. You, my friend, need to go over here, over this way, right there. Hold that pose. Okay. Dwight. Dwight, you were my guy. You remember those days where you used to be my guy? Okay, you're gonna not be my guy. That doesn't work like that. We need a flat portion of rail, so there we go. See ya. And you know, just to make sure he makes it to where he needs to be, We have to go up here because I only have one minecart to use anyway. But just to make sure he's where he needs to be, we're going to go ahead and push him all the way in before we get our minecart back. Because we don't want him popping through the window, because that is an issue we had with Phyllis. So let's go ahead and put that up there so he can't escape. We'll go ahead and get you out of there. Perfect. I'm going to bring your friends over. And now this place should be secure because we're going to have these trapdoors right here with no more pressure plates. Hi, Ryan. Bye, Ryan. And I don't know who you are exactly, but I really like your coat. So you, my friend, are hired. Well, checking out your resume and looking over your skills and qualifications, I think you would actually be a perfect fit for our new blacksmith shop. So yeah, have fun. Let's get you a little more comfortable. That is not at all what I intended for you, my friend. Wait, where are you going? Don't run away. I wanted to talk to you. I have a business opportunity for somebody of your skills and unique talents. You're going to be in management. So yeah, we have a new opening at the Farming Operations Office of Luna. Bye, I'll talk to you later. That is a nice coat. I know exactly where you are going. Administration. I hope you like paperwork because you're going to be doing a lot of it. And you, my friend, will be registering doors over in the maintenance area of our garden center. I hope you know your way around a cactus farm. Now, as far as everybody else goes, I really just want them out of the mine. So I've set up this rail right here, and I'll kind of take you along that path. But he's going to go up there and the minecart will come back empty. See how it came back empty? Basically, all we have up here, if I can get up to the top of this in a timely manner, all we have up here is just an activator rail down there. And that's going to eject them onto the street safely and they can just wander about. And hopefully not get back in here. I've put preventative measures in place to make sure they don't get back into the mine area. Why are you stuck? Just go. Okay. But yeah, let's go ahead and get the rest of these guys out. Right here. Just hang out right here for just a minute and... see ya. I would love to have you stick around and chat, but okay. Bye. Hasta la vista, baby. And still got more. There are so many of these guys. It is just ridiculous. I mean, luckily though, and somehow we did manage to make it through pretty much this entire episode without a zombie apocalypse. So that's actually pretty cool. We didn't lose anybody. All right, so I think I have two more. There's just this guy right here. Oh, there he goes. And now it's down to you and me. Now, as far as like zombie sieges and stuff go, that is a big concern for me because, you know, I am trying to, you know, keep all my villagers. But stuff happens. I just want to make sure no other villagers are around here. You know what? You can stay. I'm tired of moving you guys. But yeah, as we build more structures in here, we start moving where the center of the village actually is. We start changing the radius where zombies actually spawn. So I'm just hoping we can maintain them like spawning outside of our city walls. I'm thinking eventually we might end up getting something in here, but as long as we have enough villagers in safe areas, you know, that we can repopulate if it does happen, I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. But that is it for us today. Mr. Donkey and I are done with what we need to do. I'm going to leave him alone so he can finally have a little peace and quiet. I'll leave the doors open for you so you can venture outside. I know you don't have thumbs. But yeah, that is it today. So if you guys have enjoyed this episode, please feel free to hit that little thumbs up button. That would mean a whole lot to me. If you want to see more, please remember to subscribe. And also be sure to check in for next episode, the World Tour episode 50. But yeah, as always, I just want to thank you guys for hanging out today. I deeply appreciate it. And until next time, I am Lobo, and I will see you guys later.